Hello everyone, welcome to AS online class and this is Narendra. And in today's class we will discuss the topic partnership. And you know one question comes in every exams. So almost all the arithmetic chapters you get one question definitely. So let's begin our very first question on your board and which is this. Let me see your comment. I will read the question and then I will give some time for you to answer this question. Okay, so what is the question here? Let me read it out. The question says that P invested rupees 6,000 for X months, and the Q invested rupees 8,000 for 9 months. The profit share of Q is 24,000 out of the total profit of 42,000. Then what is the value of X? So this is what the information we have. The P capital is given to us and the time of investment is for X months. I don't know what the profit is. Q investment is 8,000 and the period is for 9 months. And his profit is 24,000 out of the total profit 42,000. What is the question asked? What is the value of X? I need to find out this time. How do we approach this one? I know that this ratio, the capital ratio which is cancelled by 2, that is 3:4. Yes friends. So what will be the profit and loss ratio? The profit and loss ratio is 3x is to 4936. Okay. So once you get the profit and loss ratio over here, and you know one profit, you can find out the another profit, and once you get that profit, you will be able to find out the value of X. Let's come on. I am giving the 30 seconds for you to answer it. Aman, you have already answered it. Option B. So you are so clear about this particular question, my dear friends. We know what we know is the profit of Q by total profit. So let me check Aman is correct or not. Still you have a time. What we know over here, that is the Q profit is given to us. The Q profit is given to us and the total profit is given to us. And what is that Q profit? That is 9 is 36 parts. So here is 36 parts by total, that is 36 plus 3 into X, that is 3X. So this is profit of Q by total profit, which is equal to 24,000 by 42,000. I can write it as 24 by 42. And let me check whether Aman, which has said the option B, is correct or not. Yes, my dear friend Aman, that's right. So let me cancel this part over here. So I notice that with 12 this is 2 times and this is 3 times and this gets cancelled. How many times? 21 times and then 63. Beautifully answer the question. 63 is equal to 36 plus 3x. Then 3x is equal to 27. Then x is equal to 9. Wonderful, Aman. The next question on your board is this. I will read the question once. Again, I will give 30 seconds for you. And you are so smart to answer the question. There are 3 people are there, A, B and C. And invested a certain amount of money in the business in this ratio. So their capital ratio is already given to us. So C invested for a period whose numerical value is 87.5% of A's investment time. And we know 12.5%, that is nothing but 1 by 8. 87.5% we know that that is 7 by 8. So the C's investment period is 7 by 8 of the investment period of A. It's given here. And the next, but B continued for the complete year. Okay, so if the profit of C is given to us, what will be the profit of B? That means in nutshell we have this information. The capital ratio is given to us and the C time period is given to us, which is 7/8 of the A time period. What is the A time period? Anywhere it is mentioned that A has left after some time, A has joined after some time. No, that means A A was there in the business for 12 months. So is the B. B was there for the entire period. Now profit of C is also given to us. Now I need to find out what is the profit of B. Yes, hope you can find it out. The time ratio and we have the capital ratio. The capital ratio into time ratio is your profit and loss ratio. So when I know the C's profit, I can find out the B's profit. Your time starts now. Now come on my dear friends, your 30 seconds started and some of you will be able to answer the question. And one question, you need the practice. See that in the previous question how quickly you answer the question. So if you have a good practice, so you take the least time to answer the question, you can attempt more number of questions in the exams. Now I can see at your end 7 seconds, so there is a gap of 4 to 5 second gap. Come on my dear friends, whoever has joined, you can answer this question. Okay. Now I will answer the question. In the meanwhile, if you get the answer, please respond. I am seeing your answer on my mobile. Okay. We know the capital ratio is given in the question. And what is that capital ratio of A, B and C? That is 7 and this is 8 and this is 11. And what about the time period? The A was there in 12 months, was there for 12 months. How about B? B continued for the complete year, so the B was also for 12 months. And how about C? C was stayed in the business for the 7th by 8th of the time period of A, and the time period of A is 12. So 12 into 7 by 8, with 4 this gets cancelled 3 times. With 4 this gets cancelled 3 times and this is 2 times. So 21 by 2. So the time period over here is 7 3 is 21 and 21 by 2 over here. So when I multiply these numbers, you know that we are getting the profit and loss ratio. And what is that? 12 7 is 84 and 12 8 is 96. And here I am getting this number as 1 and 3 and 2 by 2. So in order to avoid the 2, I will multiply all the number by 2. So I will get this number as all these numbers are getting cancelled by 3. Yes, all the numbers are getting cancelled by 3. So cancel it and reduce the volume of it. So this gets cancelled by 3. How many times? 3 to 6 and also 3 8 is 24. There's 28. Done. With 3 times and 2 times. This is 32. And with 3, this is 3 7 is 21. And again 3 7 is 21. Am I right? So multiply all these 2 numbers by 2. You are getting the ratio. And I notice that Jaswant, very good evening, my dear friend. Very good evening. And one question definitely comes from whether it's prelim or main. It comes from partnership. So let's make a practice. I know question can be answered, but how fast you can answer, it depends on how comfortable you are, how much practice you have done. So come on, Jaswant, we will answer this question here. So this is 72 by 2. I'll multiply this by 2, that means this is 56 and this is 64 and this is 72. So this is what my ratio is now. This my ratio is. And in the question it is given the C's profit. Look at this one, the C's profit is given. What is this C? 77. I need to find out the B's profit. So let's find out this one, that is 15,400. Come on, this one is 15,400 divided by C 77. So I'll be getting one part, whereas I need the profit of B, which is 64. Yes? Aman, you must have done by this time. Jaswant, you must have understood this, how to respond the question. Let's complete the rest part of this calculation. Consider it as in practice. This is 200 and 200 into 64. You are getting 12800. That's your answer. So these are the options 12800. Option choice D. Let's get familiar with a different type of presentation. Option choice D. Moving on to the third question here. And the third question on your board is this. What is this third question? Allow me to read this. P, Q and R invest in a business in this ratio. I picked up this question from the previous year question. And the ratio was given in that format. Now, after 8 months, the P withdraw 2/5 of his capital. Okay, find the share of R in if the total profit is given to us for a year. That means what are the informations we have is this. The capital ratio is already given to us. And it is said that after 8 months, P withdraws 2/5 of his capital. That means he left with 3/5 of the original capital. Who? It is P. And the total profit is given to us. You are asked to find out the profit of R. I hope you can answer this question. The very first thing I will do is, all the number is getting divisible by 2. So divide it by 2, ignore the decimal. In all the cases, the decimal will be eliminated. And then it is 14. And coming over here, this is 18. This is P and this is Q, and about R, this will be 12. And the rest part, my friends, you can do it. I am giving 30 seconds for you to respond the question. Come on, some of you will definitely be able to answer the question. The more different type of questions you work, I am sure your understanding level will increase and spontaneously you can respond to the solution. Come on. Yes, Yaswant has said, not 18, sir, it is 9. Okay, yeah, that's 9. So seriously you are working out on this, that you notice where I made a mistake here. The half of this is 14, half of this is 9 and half of this is 12. Well done, my dear friends. Now we can answer the question. So what is the time period is? The time period of P, what the P has done? P left the same capital for 8 months. That means 14 into 8. Okay, plus what I need to do? That is, he has taken 2/5. But remember that at the end of the year, that means after 8 months, he left with 4 months. What was his capital? 14. So I will take that 14 into 3/5 of this capital is left, 3/5. And for how many months is this? 8 months is over. Then it is for remaining 4 months. So this is about P. How about Q? There is no changes during the of the time period of Q and R. So both of them were there for 12 months and for 12 months. Now, what you will face the problem in the examination is a small calculation over here. But some calculation will be there, you know that the faster you can answer the question. I notice that this could be 168 and 168 by 5, and that comes 33.6. I got this part. So here you notice that 14 into 8, that you are getting 112. 112 plus 33.6, that 145.6. So P 145.6. How about Q? That is simply product of these two. Right, my dear friends, and 12, 9, 108 and is to 144 over. And my last step of calculation to answer this question is the total profit is given to us as 1,49,100 into whose profit I need? The profit of R. The profit of R, that is I need to find out 144, whereas the total will be 397.6. So some calculation is there. You just can't go with the option verification, multiple of 7, multiple of 13. You don't get this kind of questions in the exam. I picked up from the previous exam. So from here you see that another level of calculation. So you have to face some time to cancel this number. How many times this number is getting cancelled? If I say that these two numbers are getting cancelled 37.5 times, if I give this figure, how easy for you to multiply this 37.5 with 144? It's become a simple one for you. Now I may write this one as 75 by 2. 75 by 2 into 144. With 2 this gets cancelled. This becomes 72. 72 into 75 will be your answer. So 72 into 75. Look at this one. What I am getting over here, 5 to 10 carry 1. And then 14 plus 7, 5, 35. I am getting this one as 49. And 49 and 50 carry 5. And 7, 7, 49 plus 5 is 54. So what is that? My answer? My answer has to be 54 for us, some 0. Okay? Yashwant has answered the question. Aman has answered the question. 54,000. 54,000 means option choice B. Let me check that. Yes, my dear friend. So that is what the kind of effort you are putting it. I sincerely know that people who have really worked out, sincerely they have qualified it. It's okay. The next question on the board is this. Come on, my dear friends. What is this? A and B started the business investing 25,000 and 30,000 respectively. After 4 months, C joins with a capital of 20,000. After 4 months. Now, after 2 more months, that means after 6 months, the B left. So B was there in the business for 6 months with his capital. He left with his capital. Okay. Now the B profit at the end of the year is given to us. Then what is the total profit? So the informations we have is this. A, B, 25,000, 30,000. After 4 months, C joins with a capital of 20,000. After 6 months, that means after 2 more months, that means after 6 months, the B left and the B total profit is 18,900. Then what is the profit of A? What we do here? We simply take the capital ratio, my dear friends, and the capital ratio 25, 30 and 20. Cancel with 5. So this is 5, A is 5. Now coming to B, is it A, B and C? The B is 6 and how about C? C is 4. Multiply this with time. You will get the answer. Your 30 seconds starts now. Someone has answered the question and I think it is Indu Jaiswal, option A. So fast you answer the question, my dear friend. I guess that while I was reading the question, explaining it, you already answered it. It's good to see. Good to see. Let me just, 7 seconds is over. 7 seconds is left. 4 seconds is left. I will check your option A is correct or not. The time is over from my side. Let me check. Yes. Yes. That is what the speed we are looking for. The question, most of the question, almost all the candidate does who seriously prepared it. So coming to this part, after 6 months, B left. So B, it is only for 6 months. So this is 12 and this is how many months? Then C left after 4 months. So that is C number of months will be considered as 4. Am I right? It should be 4 months. What is that? C joined after 4 months. Okay, C joined after 4 months. That means he was there in the business for 8 months. So let multiply this by 8. And from here, you can cancel some number which is visible, or these are the small number you can write down. This is 60, this is 36, and this is 8, 4, 32. All the numbers are getting cancelled by 4. This is 15, and this is 9, and this is 8. Done. So you need to find out the profit of A, where the B profit is given to us. That is 18,900, and the B is how much? 9 parts. Divide by 9. My requirement is for A, and the A is how many parts? 15 parts. So beautifully did it, my dear friend. Here you notice that 21 followed by 0. So that is 0, 0, 15, 1, 15, 15, 1, 15 carry 1. And 30 plus 1 is 31. So 31,000, this is 31,500. Rightly answer the question, anywhere it is there, 31,500. Yes, my dear friends, do you agree with Indu's answer? Okay, now move on to the next question. And the next question on your board is this, question number 5. Okay, so even if you know this part, consider it as a revision class, right? You are revising it. P started the business with an investment of rupees X, and after 6 months, O joined in the with an investment which is 3,000 more than P. That means X plus 3,000 is the investment of O, and he joins after 6 months. So the ratio of the profit of P to the total profit, it's not the profit of P to profit of O. It is ratio of the profit of P to total at the end of the year is 7:12. Question is, find the value of X. So this is what the information we have. That the capital of P is given to us. Capital of O is given to us. 3,000 more than P. So that is P is X. The capital is X plus 3,000 after 6 months. Now the ratio of profit is given to us. That is P to total. If the P is 7 part and the total is 12 part, that means what is Q? The Q will be 12 minus 7, that is 5 parts. This will be the ratio of P to Q, profit ratio. So find the value of X. Come on, my dear friends, I am giving 30 seconds for you to respond. And I am sure some of you will be able to answer the question. This time, Aman, Jaswant, Indu, any one of you, my dear friends? Come on. How do you do it? So, what I know is that is I need to find out the X. X is the capital of P. So P by Q. You may start this way, P by Q. How do you write the P by Q? So it was there for how many months? 12 months. P was there for 12 months. So 12 into X, the capital of P. Please keep working on this by Q. What is the Q capital? The Q capital is X plus 3000 and he was there only for 6 months because he joined after 6 months. So that is 6 into X, that is 6X plus 6 into 3000, that comes 18,000. And that ratio is given to us P to Q, that is 7 by 5. Now can you get the answer? Any one of my friends who are watching the video? Can you answer the question now? You are asked to find out what is the value of X. Okay, did I give the time to you? No. Okay. Shall I solve it? If someone is taking some time, it is only for cancellation time you are taking it, or else there is nothing to answer in this particular question. That's, look at this one. 12 5 is 60. Then 60x is equal to 7 6 is 42. 42x plus 18 7 112 136 26 126 followed by 20. Have we done it? Okay, this is 18,000. Yes, this is 18,000. So I'll be getting one more 0 over here. Now, some of you know that this is simply the simplification part. Now cancel this one. You notice that this is getting cancelled, 18x, and with 18 how many times that number goes? 7 times. So what is the x value? The x value is 7,000. That is what in the question they asked, that what is the value of x? Anyone answered it? Okay, not to worry. That is 7,000. Your option choice is A. I am moving on to the next question, and your next question is this. Look at this one, question number 6. What is there? Look at this. V, S and D started partnership firm, and the investment ratio we have. After 4 months, we invested additional amount which is equal to 1/5 of his original investment. We invested the additional amount, and then S invested additional amount which is equal to half of his investment, half of initial investment. So they continued with their investment. Find the ratio of their profit. That means the informations we have is this, that the ratio of capital is given to us, this one, and it is said that after 4 months there is some change in the capital. And what is that change? The V has added 1/5 of his capital, S has added half of his capital, D no changes in his capital. Now finally find out the profit or loss ratio. My dear friends, you can answer this question. I am giving 30 seconds for you to respond. Please keep working. Okay, everyone knows that they can answer the question of partnership. It's good. But the more faster you answer the question, the more number of questions you can attempt from each chapter. Okay. Anyone? Okay, if the time is over, then I will start working on the question. I'll start working on the question. And what is the question over here? I consider it is a very simple type of question. So we have V and S and D, and this is what, 5 parts, 4 parts and 6 parts, which is already given in the question. Now it says that after 4 months, so I should consider this as V has changes the capital after 4 months. So this should remain as 5 into 4 plus. What happens? Increase the capital by 1/5. What is 5's 1/5? That is 1. 5 plus 1, that is 6 is the new capital. And for how many months? The total period is given to us as 10 months. Look at this one. The total period given to us is 10 months, not 1 year. That's how a small change will be there in the question. In the exams, you have to, sometimes they will say 15 months. So you have to be careful over that. So as it is 10 months, then I left with 6 months over here. Coming to the change of S, 4 months it was remained same, and after that he increased half of his capital. What is half of 4? That's 2. So 4 plus 2, that is 6, and this remain for next 6 months. That's how the total 10 months is. No changes there in D, so it will remain as this one. Now finally I get the profit ratio over here. I getting this as 20 and 36. That means total is 56 over here, and 4 16 over here, and 36 over here. I get 52 over here, and here I am getting 60. Done. Finally you are asked to find out what is the ratio. So the ratio of that, reduce it to the lowest possible level. So all are getting cancelled by 4. That is 14 times. You can see that one option is there. 14 times, this is 13 times, and this is 15 times. So what is the ratio? If someone has answered the question, it's okay. Even not, that's also fine. So that is, what is the ratio here? That's 14 is to 13 is to 15. So can you see that 14 is to 13 is to 16? Option choice D. Okay, let me check that I noted option D. Yeah, that's right. Hope, my friends, you are understanding it. I am moving on to the next question. The total 10 questions will be discussed in every class. Now, what is this question is? The two person A and B invested in a business, and the amount of business is 1500,000 and 75,000 rupees respectively. They agreed that 40% of the profit should be divided equally, and the remaining 60%, the rest, that is 60% of the profit, is divided between them according to their investment ratio. So if A got 500 rupees more than that of B, then what is the total profit? Instantly in the examinations you should ready to start answering the question, because before that you should have a concept of how to respond to a given situation. We have both the capitals, 40% dividing equally, remaining 60% is in the profit and loss ratio, and A gets 500 rupees more than that of B. So where will be the difference? The difference will be in the remaining 60% profit, because 40% is divided equally. So the remaining 60% is divided according to their capital ratio, and then there A is getting 500 more. So first, can I find out what is that 60%? What is that 60%? And once I get the 60%, I can find out the 100% also. Okay, whether you are working or not, but still I'll give 30 seconds for you, and beginners drawings. Okay, so already answered the question 14, 13. I think you have answered the previous question, my dear friend. Well done. I am giving the time for you to answer this particular question. Take 30 seconds, and I am sure you will be able to answer the question. It's only a matter of time, that how much time you are doing, taking it. So I am not here to teach you. It's a score booster, that every day we come out with at least 10 questions of different topics of arithmetic. Come on, my friends, if you can answer the question, it is fine. Or as the time is up, I will answer this question. In the meanwhile, if you get the answer, please respond to this. What is their capital ratio in which this 60% is distributed, in which the A is getting 500 rupees more than B? So I will first find out this 60%. Okay, what is their capital ratio? Their capital ratio, I notice that, can I cancel these numbers? From here itself, I get with 15, 5 times, zeros are getting cancelled, 15, 5 times, and with 5, 15 times, and with 5, 23 times. So what is the ratio of capital? A is to B is 23. Look at this one, 23 is to 15. Okay, so is A is getting more? Yes. How many parts more? 8 parts more. And A is getting how much money more? A is getting 500 rupees extra. That means 8 part is equal to 500. Then what is the total money? The total money is 23 plus 15, and that comes 23, 33 and 38. I need to find out 38 parts. That will be 60% of the profit. So let's find it out. 38 parts into 38 divided by 8. I got this one. That is 60%. Now I need the 100%. What is the total profit is the question. So now multiply this by 100 and divide it by 60. You are converting the 60% to 100%. Yes, my friends. Anyone answer the question? Yeah, very good evening, Anusha. Let me see that beginner drawing. Can you respond to the question, my dear friend? Even if not, then I will complete the calculation here. And what is that calculation? Look at this part. When I cancel this number, as this gets cancelled about 5 times and 3 times, I am clearly noticing that number is not getting cancelled, so I will get that in decimal. You can see that the numbers are also there in decimal. So how do you cancel the next one over here? So with 4, I can see that this is 2 times, and with 4, this is 125 times. Am I right? So finally, I get this as 125 into 5 into 38, and that should be divided by 6. That's the only calculation part. So we have gone through the speed maths video. Please join our course. Please is online. Go to the Google Play and download the app is online. And once you download the app is online, then you will see the different courses. If in case if you have any problem, so at the last of this video, you will find store here. If you once click the store, you will find the banking course is also there. All the courses will be displayed. Banking course will also be there. So click the banking course. The course fees for 3 months is 1500, but while you are using the code. And what is the code? That is 50. If you apply this code, you will be getting 50% discount on that, and your course fees will be 750 only. All the recorded courses which you probably purchase with 27,000, 25,000, so you will be getting with this amount only. Plus GST will be there, some other things will be there. Total 1100 something comes as a total cost. Right, my dear friends, I am just moving on to this particular question. When I cancel this, I notice that it could be 3958 and plus something. So do we have anywhere 3958 plus something? Option choice C. Okay, so that's what option choice C. Okay, anyhow, hope you understood this question, and I am moving on to the 8th question. Total we will discuss 10 questions. It is 8th on the row. A, B and C started a business with their respective investment of 20,000, 15,000 and 15,000 minus X. Look at this one, 15,000 minus X. I think either they will ask what is the value of X or what is the investment of C. Let look at the remaining part. They agreed to pay 10% commission on the profit to A. 10% commission on the profit to A. If C gets a profit of rupees 5,000 and a total profit before the commission paid is 25,000, then find the investment of C. What is the C investment? 15,000 minus X. So find the X value. You will be getting 15,000 minus X. So this is what the, okay, I didn't put up the separate slide. You can work out from here itself. Okay, shall I give you the clue? The very first thing is C is getting 5,000 profit. And how much is the commission we are paying to A? That is 10% on this. So that is 25,000 is the profit. What is 10% of this? 2,500. That means the total profit after deducting the commission will be 2,250. This is what the profit is. Now, we know the C part. C capital is 15,000 minus X. Now you need to think, how do we find it out? We also know the C profit. The C profit is 5,000 over 22,500. My left hand side will be 15,000 minus X by total, which is equal to, that is 5,000 by 22,500. Once you frame the equation, you will get the answer. So let me give you 30 seconds to answer this question. Okay, the 30 seconds is over. 30 seconds is over. But it is okay if someone can respond to this, or even while watching, you can pause the video and then answer the question after the recording. Right? So here what I am going to do here, that's what is the total capital. 20 plus 15, that comes 35, and 35 plus 15, that is 50,000. So the total capital is 50,000 minus X, out of which the capital of C, that is 15,000 minus X, which is equal to the profit of C by total profit. The profit of C is 5,000. And what is the total profit? The total profit is 22,500. That's all. So the first step, frame the equation, read the facts properly. After that, frame the equation carefully. And the next part is your simplification part. Okay. So I think the 30 seconds is over. I should answer the question now. Let's cancel the two zeros are getting cancelled. With 25, this is 2 times. With 25, this is 9 times. And the rest part, it is with 9. Can I multiply, cancel this? Am I right? 9. And 15, 9 is 135. So it comes 102 and 9. 135, and followed by 3 zeros are there. Okay, and here it is 9x, and coming over here, this is 1 lakh, and minus this is 2x. So now here it is minus 9x and the minus 2x. The difference is 7x. So 7x is equal to, the difference is 35,000. That's all. So what is the x value? The x value is 5,000. If the x value is 5,000, how much is the investment of C was the question. That means 15,000 minus 5,000. So that is 15,000 minus 5,000. That comes 10,000. But while you are practicing, don't write these all steps. 15,000 minus 5,000, we know 10,000. So just leave it like that. Okay? Don't write unnecessary, write the facts which you can mentally calculate. Right, my dear friends, I am moving on to the next question. Option choice C, and the C is 10,000. Now let's take this question here. What is this question? Now let me read the question. There are three people are there, P, Q and R, enter into a partnership. P advances 1/4 of the capital for 1/4 of the time. Q contributes 1/5 of the capital for half of the time, where R contributes the remaining capital for the entire period. Now, find the difference of profit of P and R if the total profit is given to us. Fine, my friends. So, I will elaborate this question first. Coming to P, he invests 1/4 of the capital for 1/4 of the period. Okay, is to coming to, this is about P. How about Q? The Q invests 1/5 of the capital. Let's come to 1/5 of the capital for how much time? Half of the time. That is 1/2. And is to R. Coming to R, the remaining capital. How much is the remaining capital? 1 minus 1/4 and minus 1/5. I notice that remainder will be 20, and 20 minus 9, that is 11. 11/20. So it comes 11/20 for the remaining period, for the entire period. That means whole time is 1. That's how we are getting the ratio. And once we get the ratio here, I can find out the difference between the profit of P and R. Okay, I will complete the calculation over here. And that is, here I notice that this 1/16 and is to 1/10 and is to 11/20. And what is the LCM of all the denominator? The LCM of all the denominator is 80. So 80 into 1/16, you get the 5 over here, and 18 into 1/10, you will be getting 8 over here, and 18 into 11/20, you will be getting 44 here. So, okay, 44. So, the total part, is it coming 57? The total parts is 57. You are asked to find out the difference between P and R. Which one is P and which one is R? This is P 5 parts and the R 44 parts. The difference is 39 parts. So let's take the 39 parts out of 57 parts. The total given to us is 22,800 into 39 parts out of 57 parts. That's over. Those who will watch this video even after the class is over. So notice that 1/4 of the capital for 1/4 of the time. So what is the ratio of profit? The capital into time. That's you get the profit ratio. So that is what I did. Let me finally conclude this one. I clearly notice that this is getting cancelled 400 times, and 400 into 39, you will be getting 156 followed by 20. That should be your answer. So 15,600, option choice is B. Do we have option choice? Oh, I didn't give you the time. I'm sorry. But anyhow, you understood this, how to answer the question. Your option choice is B. Okay, my dear friends, now I am moving on to the last question of the class, and that is this. So this is how we discuss every day 10 questions, minimum of 10 questions. Now look at this one. Ram and Shyam enter into a partnership, investing 4,000 and 5,500 respectively. Now, after 6 months, the Ram and Shyam withdraw rupees 1000 and 1500, and the Manoj joined. That means Manoj joined after 6 months with a capital of 4x. Clear information. If after 1 year and 3 months, notice that the time period is not always be in the exam 12 months. So sometimes we have seen that 10 months. Now in this case I am saying it as 15 months, because 1 year 3 months, that comes 12 months plus another 3 months, 15 months. So here the time is 15 months. If 1 year and 3 months, the Mohan received this much profit as a profit share out of the total profit of 12,250. Then find the investment of Mohan. Okay, so Ram and Shyam is there. Their profit is known to us, but there is some changes there. Let me take that Ram over here or Shyam over here. And finally, who joins? No, Mohan. Mohan joins over here. So what is the Ram investment? That's 4,000 initial investment, right? Whereas this is 5,500. And when Mohan joined, he invested 4x. Now, for how many months this 4,000 remain as 4,000? So they change the capital after 6 months. So that means up to 6 months, this was 4,000. So multiply by 6 plus. What happens after 6 months? Ram withdraws 1,000. That means now capital is 3,000. And for how many months? The total is 15 months, out of which if you are taking out 6 months, that means you left with 9 months here. This is 9, my dear friends. And coming over here, so after 6 months there is a changes, so into 6 plus. What happens next? He taken out 1500 from here. That means 5,500 minus 1500, you will be getting 4,000. So here it is 4,000 for the remaining period, that is for 9 months. And how about Mohan, who invested 4x? So when he invested, according to the question, when they withdraw after 6 months, after 6 months he invested it. The total duration is 15 months. So 15 minus 6, that is 9 months. So it will remain as 4x into 9. By doing so, we will be getting the capital ratio, right? And we already know that Mohan received this much. What I need to find out, how much is the investment of Mohan? That is X value. So the step 1, you find out the ratio of the capital, and then you take the second and the last step. Let me find out what the share is. So when I multiply this one, then 6,4 is 24,000, and here 9,3 is 27,000, 24 and 44, 51. So I notice that this is 51,000. Okay. Now coming over here, that is 33,000. Over here, these all are the calculative parts, so I am just writing the figure. 33,000 here, 5, 6, 30, and 30 plus 3, 33. And 9, 4 is 36,000 over here. So that is 39,000, 69,000. So their total capital here is 69,000. And what is his capital? That is 36, X is the capital here. And I know his profit. Whose profit? Mohan's profit. I know the Mohan's profit over here. So what I need to find out? The total profit is there. So how do I write Mohan's capital? By total capital. So what is the Mohan's capital? Let me write down over here. The Mohan's capital is 36x by what will be the total capital? The total capital will be 51 plus 69. That comes 120,000. plus 36x. So this is Mohan's profit capital, Mohan's capital by overall capital, which is equal to Mohan's profit by overall profit. That comes 2250 by how much is this? That's 12,250. The rest part is a cancellation only. Let's cancel that part first. I notice that this is getting cancelled by 0, 0 gets cancelled with 25, 9 times it gets cancelled, and with 25 this gets cancelled how many times? 49 times. That's how this gets cancelled here. And finally with 9 you notice that it is getting cancelled 4 times. That is 4x. So now go for the cross multiplication. 49 into 4, that comes 196x. So your final calculation goes in this way. That is this the part. 196x is equal to, and we have already cancelled this one with 9. There's 9 times, right? Did we cancel anything by 9? No. So therefore, yes, with 9 we cancel this 36 4 times. So nothing is there, 1 is there. So 1,20,000, here it is 120,000 plus how many x? That is 36x. 36x. That's all. So I notice that here 36, if I take it out, 160x is equal to this much. Then what is x? I don't need the x here. What is my requirement is the capital of m. Capital of m is 4x. So I will directly find out what is 4x. If 160x is equal to 120,000, then what is 4x? So can you notice that if I divide this number by 40, I am getting 4x. So divide this number by 40, you will be getting the 4x value, and that is nothing but 3,000. So 4x is equal to 3,000. That means what was the capital of m? The capital of m was 3,000. So do we have option 3,000? Option choice C. So it's a very small chapter. Coming to the partnership, very small chapter, and the very few concepts are there in this. But still, one question comes from this exam in all the exams, whether it's a railway recruitment, banking, SSC, or any other exams, my dear friend. So hope we have enjoyed this 1 hour. With this, I'll conclude the class. Thank you very much and wish you all the best to all of you.